What's up, guys? Elros everyone here with another deck profile. Today I'm doing also an Predaplants Invoked. Now also you can see from my channel as up right now. Invoked is one of my favorite, if not my favorite engine of all time. And I also like the engine of Predaplants as well as their entire archetype. So I felt, why not just put them two together? It's actually working really well. It's really fun. I'm not 1% sure if it's a competitive build yet, but it's really fun. I really like it. And without further ado, let's just crack right open and I'll show you guys why I do like it so much. So starting off with monsters, you want to run triple over Scorpio, because really important card. This card, what it does is basically you ditch a monster to the graveyard and then basically special summon a Predaplants monster directly from your deck. So it's really nice. It's basically help you to cheap field present, just go for more easier fusion plays, because the next card you want to run is one copy of Darlingtonia Cobra, which is the first one you want to basically fusion to go with this guy. So Darlingtonia Cobra, what it does, it's basically when it's special summoned by effect of Predator Plant Monster. I wish it was a card, but not just a monster. This card being able to give your able to give you one fusion spell or one polymerization spell from your deck to your hand, but you can only use the effect once per duel. So most of the time you want to special summon him with Orpheus Scorpio, if not all the time, because you know fusion spells, the search is really important, and you want to one of this card because one didn't want its breaks. And then the other really important Predator Plant monster, you want to run triple of Klimasandu. Now, Klimasandu is another very important card. This Klimasandu is basically your super poly for Predaplants, because his effect can be it's a monster that can basically not require polymerization, because if you have it on the field, you can fusion summon a dark fusion monster if you control fusion monster with this card and if card in your hand. And its other effect is if your opponent control a monster with a predator counter, you can use that monster as a dark material for that fusion summon that you want to do. So this card is really good and it's really important in the deck, and that's why you run it at free, because it's your super poly. And then you also want to run triple Saracen, because this card is also really important, because first off, it's a battle trap, because if your opponent attacks you directly, you can special summon this card directly from your hand. And the other effect is, it's basically if it's destroyed by opponent monster by battle, you destroy the opponent monster during the end of the battle phase, or even the end of the battle. I don't remember it correctly 100%, but when I get in a duel, I remember it. And its other effect, when it's sent from the field or destroyed by battle, you can basically search a Predator card from your deck to your hand. So it's really important. You can even have it on your field doing a fusion summon, and just basically because it's sent by a card effect, you get to search a Predator card. So it's really nice. I really like this card. I don't understand why not people not running it at free is very ununderstandable to me. And then lastly, for Predator Plant monsters, you want to run double Sphenadia, because Sphenadia is for now is a really good card, because what it does, it's basically put up a Predator counter of your opponent monsters when it's summoned, and its other effect is it basically Predator counters, if you don't know, if it's a monster with level 2 or higher, it's reduced to level 1. And what this card does, and when it destroys a Predator plant, not Predator, it destroys a monster with lower level than him, so it's a 1800 bit stack, which is really nice. You basically get to what I called to special summon a Predator plant monster from your deck. So it's really nice. You get you could get the Darlingtonia Cobra that you need or whatever. It's just really nice. It's another really good Predator plant monster. So that's really nice. But it's not that needed, but I still really needed a 2 still. So yeah, it's just really okay at 2. And lastly, for your because you have a lot of plant monsters, you also run triple Lone Fire Blossom, and it's also a fire target for your invoked plays. So that's it for your Predator Plant engine. Now, and lastly, for your main deck, usable monsters, you want to run triple copies of Alistair, because you all know what it does. It's basically searching for invocation and give out your stronger fusion plays. And then for your hand traps, you want to run double Ghost Ogre and the one Max C because it's pretty standard today. And that's it for monsters. Now we'll move on to our spells. So starting off with the spells, you want to run triple Magical Meltdown because this card have really good synergy in the deck in my opinion. First off, it's basically out Alistair, really important. And the second thing, it's basically can save your fusion plays. Like, your opponent cannot disturb your fusion plays unless he basically destroyed this card. And if you haven't destroyed this card at the start, it really doesn't matter anymore. So that's a really important card. And then you also want 2 Terraforming to search it because I don't like free Terraforming in this deck because, and just in general, I don't like to see this card more than one in my hand most of the time. I do like to see the Terraforming, like, it could be dead, so that's why I'm running at 2. I am considering bumping this card down to 2 because I have enough targets of Alistair. But it's still really good to have this card in your deck, nevertheless, at 3, at least for now. It's still in playtesting, but it's really fun. And then for our searchable good fusion spell, you run 2 copies of Invocation, because Alistair can search it, and it's really important in the deck. So that's it for your Invoked spells. And then for the cards that basically help Predator-Plant engine, first off you run double Polymerization and 1 Fusion Substitute, because Polymerization you can do from the hand and sometimes you need it, but Fusion Substitute most of the time I search with Darling Cotonia Cobra because, well, it's a fusion summon on the field and you can recycle a fusion monster, so why not? And then I also run for another searchable target, 1 Ultra Poly, which is a very underrated card. It's basically a fusion summon from your field, and then you can summon the fusion monster, the fusion materials from the graveyard, and you can go for rank 3 if you have like Darling Cotonia Cobra and Orpheus Scorpio, so it's really nice. And then I also run 1 Refusion, because Refusion is a really good card because it summons a fusion monster from the graveyard for 800. And 1 Instant Fusion because we have a target in the extra deck and just, it's coming clutch sometimes. You want to summon your Regine out of your extra deck sometimes. And then I also, for searchable targets by Predaplants cards, I also run double Prayer Running, because this card is a premature barrier for Predaplants. And that's it for our cards that basically dedicated for our Predators. Now we'll move on to our last 4 spells, which are basically draw power, to be honest. You want triple Allure of Darkness to make everything flow, and 1 Upstart Goblin, again, to make everything flow in that deck. And that's it for main deck. Now we'll move on to extra real quick. So for the Invoked card, you want to run 1 Elysian, because it's your big boss monster. You could cut it out, but I really like it at 1. Double Merkaba, you know what it does. If you don't know what it does, you can search my former videos. 1 Magnalacia, because you have, and also light, so it's really important. So, and 1 Magnalacia because it's good against the Zoo matchup. 1 Pega Trio because you have Lone Fire Blossom and it's a really good card for OTKs. 1 Regine because you have Instant Fusion. It's a good card. And then for our Predaplants fusions, you want to run double Rafflesia, 1 Starving Venom, and 1 Greedy Venom. So yeah, I really like this card 2, 1, and 1 because I don't have a lot of place in the extra deck, and just I feel like this is the correct ratio, at least for my playstyle. And then for Xyz, I run 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Kyra Gorgon, 1 Castell, and then for rank 3s, I run 1 Breaksword, and the 1 Lavier if I need it from banished cards. So yeah, that's it for my extra deck, and that does it for my Predator-Plant Invoked deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's really helped me and helped the channel in general. And I hope you enjoyed this idea because it's really fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.